My name is SYAFIQA NATASHA, and I will talk about my parts in this digital prototype recycling kiosk. This is the main page of our digital prototype. We choose the gift as a persona in this front page, and we have also the text here that said tap the picture to go to the next page. This instruction will help user to do what they must do to go to the next page. So we need to click at it, click it, and then we came to the second page. In this second page, we have different type of things that the user can do. In this second page, you can see things inside recycling kiosk. The things inside recycling kiosk is info about recycling, item for each recycling bin, ways to recycle, and recycle center near Upsi and pickup schedule. We also provided recycling games for our novice user, which is the school-age children. We don't want to forget about our novice user, so we decide to put this game. You can see two controller symbol here at this recycling games container. So the novice user or the school-age children can choose what games they want to play because each controller have different games link embedded in them. For intermediate and expert user, they don't have to play the games if they don't want to. They can choose the things they want to do in this recycling kiosk. There are 4 things that they can click and read what's in there. And again, we provide the text instruction, which is the tap the picture to go to the next page to help user to use this system, because we don't want the user to get confused whether to click at the picture or click at the picture title. And at the game also, we provide an instruction which is tap the picture to go to the game so that the children or that the novice user know what they need to click to play the game. So it will be easy for them to use this system.
Assalamualaikum, my name is HALIMATUL BINTI HUSSIN and I'm going to continue from the previous part. Next, I'm going to explain about info about recycling part. For this part, we put the title at the top to describe to the user briefly the context or purpose of the page, which is info about recycling. We also put home button, which is to allow user to go back to the main page. Other than that, we have text hyperlink that will direct user to the other page. First, we start with what's recycling and 3R. For this part, we also put the title, which is what's recycling. And for the text part, we put the darker highlight, which is to make it easier for the user to read. Next, we also embed a link to a video to make it more appealing for the user. Then, we put the instruction for the user to tap the video to view it, which will help the user to know how to watch the video, especially for the novice user. For the next part, as you can see, there is a consistency of the format. There's also the title, which is what's 3R. There is the text and the highlight. And there's the video, which is the same as the previous part. Next, we have the back button, which will allow user to go back to the previous page. For the second one is item you can and can't recycle. As you can see, there is still the consistency of the format. And the title you can or can't recycle, and the highlight. We put a picture to attract the users and help them to understand the content easier. And the same as previous part, there is also the back button. For the next part is recycling is important because for this part, the format is still consistent and there's the title, the highlight, and for the text, we bold for the main point and the normal one for the explanation. Next, we put two videos to explain further about the topics. Then we need to tap the video to play the video. And the same goes to the second one. Next, there is the back button. Next, I'm going to explain about item for each recycle bin part. For this part, we put the title, item for each bin, and we put the picture for the context, and there is the text hyperlink for each of the topics. For the first one is blue bin. We put the title, blue bin at the top, and there is the picture of blue bin. There is a GIF of blue bin too. And we bold for the title, and there is the blank space between the example and the explanation. And there is a back button to go back to the previous page. The second one is orange bin. As you can see, it has the same layout with the blue bin, the picture, the bold, the text and everything. And there is the back button to go back. And the last one is brown bin, which is the same layout as the previous one too. There is the picture, GIF and text and the button.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti AISYAH MARINI BINTI NURHISYAM and I'm going to continue the previous presentation. I'm going to explain about ways to recycle part. Just like previous explanation, we put the title at the top of this layout to declare the purpose or context in this section, which is learn how to recycle. This is the text hyperlink to show the subtasks in 3.0, which is 3.1, this is 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, and 3.5. This text hyperlink will directly bring user to the next page. This is the home button. If user press this button, this page will be directly to the home page again. We will start with the first subtask, which is 3.1, how to spread things to recycle. Just like before, the title, how to spread things to recycle, are placed at the top of the layout. Darker highlight are used at the point section to make it easier to read. This is the picture to indicate the topics. This is also a point about how to spread things to recycle. Just like before, a darker highlight are used at the point section to make it easier to read. This is the first point, second point, third point, and the fourth point.
This is the back button that will direct user to the previous page. Moving on to the next sub-task, which is 3.2, how to recycle paper and cardboard. Just like before, the title, how to recycle paper and cardboard, are placed at the top of the layout. Darker highlights are used at the point section to make it easier to read. A YouTube video link was embedded to implement the variety of ways to attract the user. To play the video, the user only have to press this button. After done watching the video, user can press this button back. Next, 3.3, how to recycle plastic bottle. As you realize, the consistency of the format have been applied in this system. The titles are placed at the top of the layout. Darker highlights are used at the point section to make it easier to read. And a YouTube video link was embedded to implement the variety of ways to attract the user. Press the back button to go to the previous section. (3.4) How to recycle glass bottle. The title will place at the top of the layout. Darker highlights are used at the point section to make it easier to read. A YouTube video link was embedded to implement the variety of ways to attract the user. Lastly, 3.5. How to recycle items into home decor. The title, How to recycle items into home decor, are placed at the top of the layout. Darker highlights are used at the point section to make it easier to read. A picture that best describes the context are placed under the point. Press the back button to go to the previous page. Press the home button and you will be redirected to the home page.
Hi, my name is SYAZWANA with SAPIAN. I'm going to continue with the next step of the presentation. Next, I will explain about recycling center near USI and pickup schedule. Click the image nearest recycling center and it will show in the Google Maps the nearest recycling center from Upsi. Click the back button and then click the image pickup schedule. And it will lead you to the link of collection schedule detail. And then click the back button to return to the task page. And click home to return to recycle completed kiosk homepage. Then click the image to start again and click the first image of recycling game and it will lead you to the recycling waste game. It also is suitable for the novice user. Then click the back button to return. And click the second image of recycling game and it will lead you to the learn to sort and recycle game. It also suitable for the novice user. And click the back button. Then click the home button to return to the first page of Recycling Computer Kiosk.